like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
I don't know how to stop, I just go till I drop. Whether it's working or shots, give it all that I got. You can watch me work in my element. Anyone in the way is irrelevant. Wanna cross me, cool, not intelligent. Cause I don't forget shit like an elephant. Go ahead and tempt me, put it on the line and you'll come up empty. If I got time, I'm deadly. Never caught off guard, no, I'm always ready. I got a hand real steady. Look me in the eye and you'll see no hezzy. About to get real messy. I'll put you in a grave 6 feet like Kenny. About to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
I don't know how to stop, I just go till I drop. Whether it's working or shots, give it all that I got. You can watch me work in my element. Anyone in the way is irrelevant. Wanna cross me, cool, not intelligent. Cause I don't forget shit like an elephant. Go ahead and tempt me, put it on the line and you'll come up empty. If I got time, I'm deadly. Never caught off guard, no, I'm always ready. I got a hand real steady. Look me in the eye and you'll see no hezzy. About to get real messy. I'll put you in a grave 6 feet like Kenny. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
I don't know how to stop, I just go till I drop. Whether it's working or shots, give it all that I got. You can watch me work in my element. Anyone in the way is irrelevant. Wanna cross me, cool, not intelligent. Cause I don't forget shit like an elephant. Go ahead and tempt me, put it on the line and you'll come up empty. If I got time, I'm deadly. never caught off guard, no, I'm always ready. I got a hand real steady, look me in the eye and you'll see no hezzy. About to get real messy, I'll put you in a grave 6 feet like Kenny.
You call me a You call me a You call me a They call me a They call me a They call me a
What up, Nine?
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% and word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Fuck being rational, give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the word. Boy, man, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, it's an earthquake rumble. I won't ever, ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title, we about to get it. But before we do that, do me a favor, hit that like. And if you new, hit that subscribe, man. It's for you, but it mean the world to me. And with that being said, let me get it to the chat. Let me get it to the chat. The lady of the nine, the minister, the general of defense is in a building. What it do? What the business is, Commander? Stop playing with me. What it do, fam? What it do now? Yeah, man. I didn't really have nothing more here to talk about, but we talk about self development over here. Become better versions of ourselves. And through that process, a lot of us, I'm just speak for myself. Through my process of self development, I found that I had to heal from a lot of things and even change behavior, right? Um, and that process itself is difficult. And I know a lot of times we set out to do things, but when we set out to do them, I don't think people are properly equipped. And I was just listening to a couple different channels I found today, and I'm listening to people, and this one girl was talking about how she kept backsliding, and I think part of that process, especially if you don't go get assistance, if you don't get help from like a professional, and many of us try to heal or try to change behaviors on our own, right? We see things we don't like about us, we want to change it, so we do it on our own, and a lot of people are capable of doing that. Ain't nothing wrong. But when you don't go to a professional, there's some things, some tools you may not have, you may not be aware of. And one of those things, I think the biggest thing is coping mechanisms, right? Is to have coping mechanisms, because when you're healing from something or you kind of change your behavior, things will trigger you. That's what you're healing from, a pain, from a missing a loved one, right? And something will trigger you, and you will fall back into that depression state, that anxiety state. Um, and without those mechanisms in place, because it's something there to help you go through the process. right? It's something you put in place. It's a buffer system, if anything. Okay, so it's there for when you are triggered, right? Because like I said, it's a process, especially when you're healing from someone. So this is a well-round conversation because you use coping mechanisms for different things. But my question to the people is like, what are your coping mechanisms? And I like having discussions like this. You know, feel free to hit the link. The link should be pinned. If it's not, let me know. Um, I like having these conversations because sometimes people may hear something useful and they can utilize it later. You know, or even just bringing awareness. Like I said, I don't think most people um, even consider coping mechanisms. You know, but they're there in a place for to alleviate the stress or the depression of the triggers. That's what the coping mechanism is. It's like a buffer. Okay, if this happened and I become triggered, I need something to get me over so I won't fall or backslide or, you know, so like for myself, you know, I had a big issue with anger and I was like one of the quiet angry people. I wouldn't explode and blow up, but like when I got pissed off, I started thinking about how to hurt somebody. Right. So I had to learn one of my coping mechanisms was simply walk away from any type of aggressiveness or um, confrontation. Just walk away. And I used to always have to tell myself, like, leave it alone, walk away, leave it alone, walk away. And when I first started doing it, I felt like a sucker, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some situations, you know, I felt like a sucker, right? But the more I did that, the more I was able to analyze the situation, right? Because a lot of times people will project their pain onto you, especially like in the environment that I was in. I was in the hood. So a lot of people are in pain, right? And they don't project or they don't take things out on the things that's harming them. They take things out. They find other outlets, and a lot of times it's just random people in the street. You know, so you'll bump into someone having a day, and that'd be that incident between y'all two be the straw to break the camel's back. Now this person getting all loud, belligerent, ready to fight and shit. Now I'm all pissed off and ready to fight. Now we fight. This person ain't got nothing to lose. They day been fucked up all day. Now they just fucked my day up. I had to think about that. Like a lot of these people are suffering or in pain, man, and they just projecting it onto other people. Now I can't get caught up in their bullshit, right? I can't get caught up. It's already hard enough to deal with my own, so I can't get caught up in that. So that was my process of coping with things. But the more I walked away, like I said, at first I started feeling like a sucker, right? Is that sis Leticia? What up, though? What up, though, sis? Hey, I miss you, man. I miss you, Teeth. That's petty wise. That's petty wise. Shout out to Leticia, man. So, you know, my thing was I had to walk away. And then I started learning how to analyze situations, you know, but I needed that because I had an anger issue. I had a big ass anger issue, right? I would, and it was because of what I was dealing with, right? Like I said, I know like most times people just project their own pain onto other people and shit because that's the only way they know how to let shit out of them. But what you don't realize is when that shit is in you, you can't just release it on other people. No, you gotta fix that shit. You gotta get it up out you. It's like I know y'all ain't like medical. Most people ain't medical people or nothing like that. But like when you got a core, right? What a core is something. Like think of it like you know when you get one of them little lumps in like in your foot, they gotta dig it out. But you could take the top part off, but it's still gonna keep growing. And that's how the shit be in us, right? You can take the top layer off of shit, but it's still manifesting and growing inside. So until you take the core out, right, and get rid of it, and then let the wound heal from the inside out, it's gonna keep growing. No matter how many times you shave the top, you got to get it from the core. You got to get it from the root. Think of a weed, right? An annoying ass weed in your yard. You can keep cutting it every time it come out the ground, but until you take the root of that shit out, it ain't going nowhere. It's just gonna pop up later. Yeah, you can cut it down nice where you can't see it. It ain't noticeable. It ain't bothering. But 3, 4 days later, especially when it rains, guess what? It's sprouted right back up, and it's bigger and badder than ever. That's how the shit be going on with us. Like when we be all fucked up and traumatized from our youth. Sometimes it be from our adulthood, our attitude. We be fucked up, man. People are fucked up, right? So until you go down to the root of that shit and dig it out, no matter how many times you express your anger to other people and fuck with other people. So I had to learn my coping mechanisms, right? And one of them was walking away, and another one was checking myself. Cause look, man, I used to be tripping, right? Like coming from, like, I don't know, man. I see it when I see it in young people, bro. I be trying to guide them a different way. But like coming from that hood mentality, that hood environment, that like you it's this thing like with respect, right? With respect, people be ready to crash out for their fucking respect, bro. I'm talking about literally. Like if I felt like somebody disrespect you, ain't go. I'm swinging. Like we into it automatically. Like like two wild animals, man. And then I had to realize, like, ain't nobody really truly disrespect me unless I feel it. Like for a person to disrespect me, I have to feel like I'm disrespected. And then when I start thinking like that, then I start looking at some of the people like you ain't even qualified to disrespect me, bro. Like who the fuck is you? You a piece of shit. Fuck is you qualified for me to feel disrespected for you because you said something, right? Because you said a word. I used to snap when people said words, bro. And now I look like, man, you ain't even qualified. But it was a process, right? It took a process. It took me a while to come to that understanding and to be able to look at situations like that. It took me a while. But in the meantime, I needed something to buffer that. So even with that, my coping mechanism was at that point it was to question everything. Why does this piss me off that this person said that? Is there some truth to it? And sometimes it was shit. When people say some fucked up shit, the reason I got pissed off because really, I did kind of feel like that, or I did, I related to that or associated to it some type of way, right? Because I did. So then I had to go through a process of okay, if the shit is true, then it's true. I can't be mad at it because it's true. If it's not true, then fuck it. But it takes some time to mature, get to that level. But in the meantime, coping mechanism, right? You need those coping mechanisms in place. That's what's gonna help you grow to that level. And like I said, a lot of times, like coping mechanisms with the loss of loved ones, right? Like that for me was hard, right? And then like this just worked for me. I'm not saying this worked for everybody. I'm not saying this is a universal solution to if you lose a loved one, how to feel, because there's levels to it, right? The only level of loss I ever experienced, the highest level is probably my grandmother, right? I got my brothers, my sisters, I got my mom and my dad, so I haven't felt certain levels that other people may have experienced, right? But my coping mechanism, right, was I had to figure out like you miss a person, but it was something deeper than missing that person. Like why? Like okay, I know death is a process. Everybody got to go through it. Everybody get a turn in it, right? But why am I so hurt that this person left? And it was always because it felt like something was unfinished. I had a friend who passed away. We had a real bad argument. Wasn't even talking at the time he passed away. And it's like, damn. And you start thinking like, man, that was some bullshit we was arguing over anyway. It was mainly ego shit. Now I done missed this time. He gone. I can't, you know what I'm saying? That shit hurt. Um, I had a cousin in Pennsylvania that passed away. And when we was little, we was close because I was living there. But you get older. I moved away once living there. We talked, but we ain't talked like we used to. And when he passed away, it's like that shit hurt because it's like you start thinking about when you was a kid, and it's like, damn, I should have called him more. I could have did. I start thinking of it was regret. That's what made me hurt worse than, I mean, you hurt because you lose someone. But when you lose someone and you got that fucking regret, that shit hurts even worse, right? It's that regret. So moving forward, I always told myself, like, look, man, I'm gonna do my best, you know. I'm gonna just do my best, and that way I won't have that regret factor. So even in losing someone, living a life with no regret, meaning if I love someone, man, I can't just tell them, I gotta show them. As long as I do that, man, and they know I love them, and when they pass, they know. Yeah, they know how I feel about them. I know how I feel about them. Leave the little bullshit alone, man. Like when it comes to friends and family, those little petty ass arguments, man, I don't let that shit last. Like I always be the bigger person. Like fuck it, I fucked up or whatever. I'ma always just be the bigger person when it comes to somebody I really truly care about. I've made my mind up to do that. That's a coping mechanism for me. Because tomorrow ain't promised today. You never know when somebody might go. So why live with the regret and the little petty bullshit, man? Little petty bullshit. People get into it, especially with family, and turn something small to something huge, man. You ain't gotta do all that. Ain't none of us perfect, but we all trying to progress in our own little way. So I remember that about myself, and I remember that about my people, man. I don't expect nobody around me to be perfect, man. Just keep trying to progress, so we good to go. Barn, what it do with the business is? Dee. Ride or die in the building. What up, riders? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. My bad, man. I was just spitting. I wasn't even looking at the chat. Yeah, doing well, my brother. Doing well, doing well. But yeah, so the link is pinned if y'all want to join the conversation. But my question is like, what are some, or do you even have coping mechanisms? Have you ever thought like, damn, maybe if I add this, it can help me work through this? Because like I said, the healing process, it can be healing from a bad relationship, man. Uh, Man, look, I done seen people go through bad relationships, and then they probably been in a relationship for a minute, and when they come out this relationship, it was so bad, they don't know how to act. All right, don't trust nobody. I'd be all fucked up from the prior relationship. So even that, like people don't trust themselves. This would it be subconsciously too. I don't know. Like when I be talking to people who went through bad relationships, I don't like when I listen to them. I can hear what their problem is. Their problem is they don't trust themselves to make the right decision to select a significant other. Once they had experienced a bad relationship, they don't really trust themselves, but they project it outwardly and say people aren't trustworthy. That's why they want to. That's why they rather be single. But what it really is, they don't trust themselves to select the right person. They don't have. They don't feel that power with the right tools to perceive a person's character. And most people not. To be honest with you, most people not. Most people. That's why they get caught up and go through the shit they go through. Look, everybody is susceptible to be manipulated, taken advantage of. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying I'm some super powered human or something like that where I can see through all bullshit. Sometimes I see through bullshit and I still go through bullshit, right? But that's a whole different story. But people don't trust themselves, and most people aren't equipped to make character choices or selections because sometimes they character is shit too. But that's the whole thing, working on self. When you become a better person, you know how better shit look. We all want something great, but a lot of times this is just reality, man. We don't we want things that's greater than us, but we haven't built ourselves up to receive that greater ourselves. And that shit happens consciously. That's why people settle. A lot of times you'll see somebody, a beautiful woman or well-to-do guy. You be like, damn, bro, why you settle for this motherfucker? They treating you like they're doing like because they don't believe they deserve better. They don't believe it. And there's a reason they don't believe it because they know they haven't built themselves up to receive that. They know, so they settle. And not only did I did that for a portion of the time. I settled. Like you got to really think of the psychology behind settling for shit, man. When you settle for shit, you what you're saying to yourself is, "I don't deserve no more than what I'm settling for." That's what you're saying to yourself. You literally telling yourself you don't deserve more, and a lot of that is probably social engineering with people. I don't want to get into all that, but a lot of people. So, like even that, like, how do you cope with settling? You got to stop, but you got to put buffers in place. A coping mechanism is a process that you go through. It can be it can be pools, it can be exercises, it can be a chant. It's a process that you go through, a buffer to prevent yourself from backsliding or going into those negative emotions, becoming depressed, going through anxiety. That's what the coping mechanism is, a mechanism to help you process, to help you cope. That's what it's for. That's what it's there for. Mr. 33, Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown, what to do with the business is my coping mechanism is seclusion, gym, and the past alcohol, which I feel better with. Yeah, and see, and that's the thing too. Coping mechanisms can be healthy or they can be unhealthy, but it's something that we do to cope. And like the alcohol thing. I was there, bro. I'm telling you, like I wasn't an alcoholic because I literally just stopped cold. Once I recognized, like, hold on, bro, I'm drinking too much. I got a problem. I just stopped drinking. I went cold turkey. So I wouldn't. It wasn't. But it was something I used to numb, what I was going through, to numb shit, to numb reality, man. It kind of help you cope with it. But it wasn't positive. It can hurt you. You can overindulge in that. You can, like, even video games, bro. Like I used to, and I didn't know it until my wife said, she was like, "Damn, I ain't never seen you play video games like this." And I had just lost somebody close to me, and I just kind of started binge playing video. She was like, "Damn, you ain't never played video games like this." She said, "You probably play like once or twice a week. You playing this every day for a couple hours." Like she was like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just." But the second time she said it, I realized, hold on, bro, I'm doing this to take myself away from reality. But it helped. It helped process. But those you have to make sure um, the mechanism ain't more detrimental to you. Because this is something that's supposed to, help you process it. So even like how you, Bronze, what up, my brother? But see, even recognizing like, okay, that's an issue. The gym thing, bro, I I won't say that's bad because especially like if you know what you're doing in the gym, you know, gym thing is great to me. Um, going to the gym is a great way to relieve stress, anxiety, anger. I used to love it, bro. That's one of the best. That's like transmutation of energy, right? Where you feeling those low vibes, you can go in there get a good workout in. You feel good afterwards, man. You transmutated that energy. You took that anger and worked it out, man. Brother Gary would say he focuses on helping other people. Sometimes help him. He said that a couple times. Um, helping other people. That helps him. So it's just a process that you have in place for when so you won't go through those capricious trigger moments because everything is based on emotion, man. It's based on how you feel. So even when you get triggered, that's an emotional trigger, and those feelings turn into behavior. That behavior leads to a result, and if it's negative feeling, negative behavior, negative result, then you're putting yourself in the hole, right? In life, that's all you're doing. putting yourself in a hole, putting yourself behind the eight ball. So it's important to have something that's positive. You know, a lot of people the way they cope with life is they get high, you know, and problem with that is once your high go down, you still got the same problem. So it's really prolonging, it's hindering you from actually healing. So even at that point, I wouldn't even consider stuff like that, like even a coping mechanism, right? I wouldn't even consider that a coping mechanism. I would even say that's a result of the depression and the anxiety. It's like you hurting yourself more. But this is like I say, even like helping you paint or tailor new behavior, you know, helping you from backsliding and going back to your old. So coping mechanism, you know, help you through the process of developing a new behavior. You know, people often backslide and like, you know, fixing a bad habit. So um I use myself again for like uh what I did with when I was drinking a lot, I substituted that with the gym. Okay, this is something unhealthy. Let me focus on something that's more healthy. And like if you ever like it sucks when you drink and you go to the gym. And I'm talking about I was drinking probably about a pint and a half of fucking Patron a night. I did that. I binged on that for probably about 2 months now. About a pint and a half of fucking Patron a night. Just getting split. And then you go to the gym and you start working all that out, man. God, Jesus, community service, God. There you go. Swim, beach, dog, run, comedy. And see, having and see that's like for me, this is what I tell people. Having something is just preparation, man. We have to think about these things because there will be times where we will be tried and triggered. You know, you will feel some type of way. And the whole thing is not to allow the emotion to override because that's when we get capricious, right? When we do something and then we regret it later. But shit, we can't take it back. So now we got another issue or problem that we didn't have before over some bullshit because I got emotional because I felt some type of way. Well, I only felt some type of way for a minute, but shit, that minute went past and now I got to pay for the next 5 years over some shit I felt for a minute. Like, bro, and I'm telling you, that's the story of fucking growing up in the hood. That is literally the story of growing up in the hood. It's like one fucking second could change your life forever. Somebody looked at you the wrong way because you all pissed off and mad. Somebody stepped on your shoe. I in front of me. I seen somebody lose their life because they stepped on somebody's shoe. Seen somebody lose their life. Noodles on the wall. Shit crazy as hell. And the fucked up part is, I almost stepped on the guy's shoe too. Shit, walking through this, your ass is standing in the middle of the fucking walkway and it's dark as hell in the bar. That shit, I'm just trying not to. I'm new to the area. I'm out with my boys and shit. This stays a little hangout spot. Never been over here, so I'm always mindful. Like, man, I don't know these motherfuckers. First. I ain't trying to bump into nobody. I ain't trying to step in nobody's shoe. My man just standing against the wall. Big motherfucker too. And I think it was like it wasn't a guy right behind me. It was maybe two guys behind me walking because it's like he's standing in the path where you walk through to get into the bar, right? He's standing right there. You Bigfoot motherfucker. Anyway, so I stepped over his shit. Like, damn, his fucking foot right in the middle of the goddamn foot. Yeah, step over it. I'm thinking this in my head, like, damn, these ignorant ass motherfuckers. Like, damn, you can't move your feet, bro. It's a walking path. Man, as soon as I got into I heard boom, boom. Like, what the fuck? So I just got in this motherfucker to pay $20. Now we running out the back and shit. The motherfucker shooting at him. Hold on 1 second. Like my wife is a bully. My ex is a good, really. Everything with moderate. So anyway, I was so rudely interrupted by my beautiful wife. Um, yeah, now we running out the back of the goddamn looking like, and he was like, man, he stepped on his shoe. He just blew his brains out. I'm looking like, God damn, bro, you can't even go out and have a fucking beer. Well, motherfuckers stripping and shit. But yeah, like when I heard the shot, it was like I was just getting out of the walkway, like into the main part. So when I heard it, I turned around. I just see my man slumping down on the wall, bro. And I'm looking like, God damn, let me get out of it. It was only 2 shots though. But yeah, I'm like, God damn, bro. Double tapped you. Because he stepped on your shoe. That's what I'm saying. Like shit. Human beings ain't I mean, since the beginning of time, bro, we ain't really valued as a species, you know. I don't think we truly value life. You know, something that simple. Like Cain killed Abel because he was jealous. That shit crazy. Like, bro, that's your brother, man. People killing over beliefs, religion, and skin color and shit. Like we dehumanize people. You know, that shit wild, man. That shit wild. You know, I done seen well not I seen, but this, growing up in the hood, especially in Detroit, man, you see people here 1 minute and then they gone the next. Like, what happened to them? Oh, they got robbed for their shoes. Hold on, bro. They done took their life for some shoes, for some Cartier glasses. People losing their noodles, bro, for some glasses, for a Pelly Pale coat, for a leather coat. But people, for you to do something like that, you don't even value your own life. Because I look at that like, man, I ain't about to go out and steal nobody's coat and get my ass locked up for like for a couple years because I want to take somebody else's shit. That's why I ain't never robbed nobody. Like that shit didn't make sense to me. Like, hold on, bro. Like you go to jail for how long for robbing somebody? I'm straight. Shit, if I go to jail, it's gonna be for I ain't even about to say that, but I'm saying like I'm straight. I ain't about to go to no jail. That risk reward factor, I'm straight. I'm straight on that. I'm straight on everything. On everything, on everything. But a person who don't value their life, bro, who don't value their freedom, oh, they'll do that dumb shit. They'll still go rob somebody's car. And you be thinking like, bro, what the fuck you get out of that, man? You get some bread, you get a couple. Take for one. I don't know why she be telling me to grab stuff knowing I can't see shit. Can you grab this? Uh, you told me on top of the refrigerator. No, you set me up, homie. Man, I'm bringing you this work bag. This damn thing too damn big, and I'm gonna get lost in here. It's like Jumanji or something. It was like Jumanji in there. I don't know what the hell was in there. You know how big that bag is like a damn black hole. You can't even see the bottom of it. Got this big ass bag. Come on, it's in the bag. I bet it is. Well, you find that shit. I talk shit to everybody, but I keep talking shit to my mom. I talk shit to my daddy. I talk shit. That's just what I do. It'd be all in good fun. It'd be all in good fun. I just like talking shit. Yeah, man, that mental, like, but that's what I'm saying. People, I mean, but so how can you expect if they don't even value if a person don't value their own life freedom? How can you expect them to value yours? I had to learn that, man. I was amongst some, okay. I was amongst some gorillas. Like, man, these motherfuckers crazy, man. No, it's straight. And that's how they get your ass too. Any of y'all young boys listen to this shit? Let me tell you something. Guilty by association is a motherfucker. You ain't gotta be doing nothing wrong. You can be doing everything right. But the motherfucker next to you foul, that's your ass. Guilty by association. You might not think that shit real, but it is. I've seen a lot of good people lose their freedom because they was just around the wrong group of people. Mhm. People get you in some hot shit. Why you think what's the dude who unalived the Kirk dude? Why you think his little girlfriend, boyfriend, the tranny, whatever it is? Why you think these motherfuckers? Nope, this is what he did. He did it on this day at that time. Motherfucking they're telling everything. Like fuck that. I ain't getting my freedom. You done did some crazy shit. I ain't about to get my life because your ass wanna go sit on roofs and shoot at people. Fuck that. That tranny telling everything. I said, what you want to know? I can get the shit in detail for you. Yeah, I hope you make a lifetime movie for this shit. What you want to know? That motherfucker is telling everything. Ain't gonna get me by guilty of association. Shit, even the daddy like shit. Fuck that. Hey, yeah, I got my son did it. Come get me, motherfucker. Come get him. Hell no, he just shot that motherfucker. Come get him. Come get him. White people know what it is. White people don't be playing with that shit. That be that hood shit. I ain't snitching. Like, bro, you shouldn't even been put in that situation. Said they tried to get a daddy the money to the money that the money they offered and shit for the arrest. They tried to get a daddy the money. The daddy like, no, give it to the family. Nope, give it to them. I don't even want it. Daddy like, fuck that. But they my friends. Fuck that. My uncle told me to. I used to hustle for my uncle for a minute, right? And one day he gave me a package and he was like, go drop this. And I'm like, okay, I'm about to go pick up my boy. He said, why you do that? And I said, because he just gonna ride with me. He said, no. He said, that's really your friend? Don't take him with you when you doing none of your bullshit. Because if you take that friend with you, he becomes a witness. You put him in that position to be a witness, so you gonna have to take him out that position too. Or then that's gonna be your ass. And he was like, you never bring a witness to the crime you about to commit because now you're responsible for that person's life. Because you should not expect that person to take a rap because you did something. My uncle told me that when I was young. So anything I ever did dirty or illegal, I did that shit by myself. I did it by myself. Never asked nobody to come with me or do this or do nope. I did it by myself because that shit made sense. That shit made total fucking sense. And anytime somebody tried to, I told y'all that story. Dude picked me up. I'm all fucked up in the car. I turn around, I see choppers in the back. Like, man, let me out this motherfucker, bro. You on some other shit. Hell no. Cause soon as you get done doing what you doing, and you drop me off, I'm going right to the police station. You got me fucked up, bro. That's not snitching because I'm not taking part in none of the bullshit you doing. I'm not snitching. That's telling the truth. The snitching is when you commit a crime with somebody and you tell on the other person. That's what snitching is, okay? That's what snitching is. Now, if you commit a crime and you tell me, I'm not snitching, I'm telling the fucking truth. Don't tell me shit you did wrong, because I'm not gonna tell you shit I did wrong. I'm just not. I'm not telling you none of the shit. Like people be dumb as hell. They do something to get away with it, and then start telling people, and then wonder why they had sitting in jail for life. Because you done told somebody, man. The whole point of getting away was getting away. I don't know, man. Great advice. I'm just being honest, man. And don't feel like, look, man, when people come trying to clean their soul and tell you all the shit they not, tell them to go talk to a priest, man. Don't listen to shit they got to say. Don't listen to shit they got to say, man. I don't want to hear nothing, no illegal activity nobody did. Don't tell me that shit. Mm-mm. 'Cause you got me fucked up. You think I'm about to go to jail for some shit I ain't do? Look, it's hard enough to stay out of jail, right? To not do shit to go to jail for. Now you think I'm about to go to jail because you did some shit? Hell no. You got me. Look, all that little shit y'all see on movies and shit, that shit ain't real, bro. Motherfuckers always been snitching. Motherfuckers always been snitching. Especially if, look, man, I know motherfuckers who got rich off of snitching, bro. I'm not even lying to you. I'm doing the honest to God truth. I know two people who, one dude used to brag, he collected $1 million about snitching. Motherfuckers used to do shit in the hood and shit, he'd know about it. Here go Crime Stoppers and tell. Here, motherfucker collected over $1 million snitching on people. Man, they always did that shit. That's how they got Frank Lucas. Mm-hmm. They gonna snitch. My bad. We're supposed to be talking about coping mechanisms. Mhm. What up, Commander?
What up, nine? What did you say about a priest?
Yeah, don't tell me, go tell the priest. I don't want to hear shit about what nobody did illegal. Mm-mm. Go tell the priest. I had people trying to confess to me. I'm like, bro, I ain't got no collar on, man. What are you talking about? You know I'm gonna tell, right? Man, you got me. I'm gonna tell the truth.
You're not like priests aren't like they're not supposed to tell, right? If you tell them you committed a crime, are they? They're allowed to
Oh
keep a
no,
secret, right?
they can, but they won't. They kind of obligated. If somebody report a crime to them, they I forgot what it's called, but they obligated.
Oh, okay. I thought they didn't have to tell.
You know, the priest is obligated. I don't know what to say. I think the psychologist is obligated too. No, I think if it's something that's not done yet, I think the psychologist, like if somebody say, "Oh, I think I'm a, unalive this person A over here," and they tell a psychologist, I think the psychologist has to report it. But I think if they did something, I don't think they have to report it. I don't know. I ask my sister.
Well, you know how like they can harbor people. Well, I know they were saying like recently that they couldn't harbor like
Yeah,
illegal immigrants, but
I think it is
can't
the
they harbor like
crime too.
criminals?
I think it's the crime a person commit. I think like if it's a felony or something, I don't think. But if it's like some fucking grand larceny or something like that, I mean, well, no, that's felony too.
Maybe it
Like
matters less though.
if it's like a hit and run or some shit like that, and a person didn't, die, or like if I know they just recently passed that uh bill where they couldn't harbor uh immigrants, but prior to that, they was able
So if you're gonna confess, you have to be like, Father, I may or may not have committed this crime.
to. I think all that shit
Lord,
is a
please
trap,
forgive me.
bro. I think that shit is a trap, bro.
It's a trap.
Hell yeah. Bro. You thinking, no, I'm gonna go in here and tell the Lord what I did, and the Lord snitching on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never confessed. So I don't know how that works.
I did
I'm
one
not
time.
Catholic.
I did one time, and that shit was so fucking awkward. Never did it again.
It's like
Oh
awkward.
my!
You can't even see the person. You don't even
Because
know
and
if
then they
someone's
talk.
there. Do you know if someone's there?
Yeah, they talking to you.
Oh,
You
they
can see
talk
the
back to you.
silhouette or whatever. Yeah, you can see a little silhouette too. I don't know if that's in every church, but the one I was sitting in, you can see the silhouette of the dude. But it was
What
this is why
they
it was
give you
awkward.
advice or something? Like they talk back. They
Yeah,
like, son,
and see, I only did
you
it
know you
once,
shouldn't have done
so
that.
I'm being 100% honest. I only did it one time, and this is why I said it was awkward because it's like I went in there, and it's like I really felt bad about doing something, and it's like you feel so you feel so bad about doing it. I'm like, okay, man, let me try this, man. Maybe this is my path, And then like the
Get it off your
motherfuckers like,
chest.
it's did you learn your lesson? Did you just say some Hail Marys and God will forgive you? And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I still feel
Man,
bad. This shit did not fucking work, bro. I still
that
feel
was
like it's a horrible
AI.
person.
That was an AI
this was
message.
a this was in 2004, so I don't know if they had that, and it was a
Okay.
church here in Michigan.
That was a pre-recorded message. Did you do
And
your Hail Marys? All is forgiven.
then it's
Bow
like,
down.
because I started trying to, I was practicing Catholicism for a minute. I was dating this chick and practicing Catholicism, and like after that, like even looking at the dude, it's like this is why I felt bad. Look, man, I ain't even gonna tell you why I felt bad. Okay, I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell you. I mean, y'all gonna think I'm a monster or something, but no, I ain't saying shit.
Oh Lord. Don't say it, word. Don't say it. It was just something you
Um,
felt bad about. And it didn't make you feel
okay,
better.
I
It's
say
supposed
it.
to make you feel better.
I say it, man. I had these twins, and I convinced them that it was okay for them to touch each other and stuff like that. And,
No,
like
word. Don't say that.
while we was doing it, I'm like, oh, this is great. But and then afterwards, I'm like, hold on, man, that shit was kind of weird, bro. Like y'all really twins, bro. And then they got kind of turned out from one another, and they started going
No.
partying, and it's like, and then it's like, okay, I'm like, okay, they weird or whatever. I had my fun with them and left. And then 3 years later, I see them. One of them all fucked up on drugs and shit, and one of them was
Then
cool
it's
with
your
me, but
fault.
one of them was fucked up on drugs. She was like, "You fucked my life up, man." That shit hit me so. And I'm looking like, damn, I'm doing good in life right now. I mean, y'all life all fucked. That shit made me feel really bad, man. I felt really bad.
Yeah, you
I'm
should
like,
feel bad.
why?
You should feel bad.
Well,
What do you
at the
mean,
time,
why?
I don't feel bad no more. I used to, but I don't feel bad no more because I really felt like it was my fault. But now I have an understanding. It was a lot of my fault, but they still had a choice. I
But they
didn't
did,
force
yeah, they
them.
didn't have to do it, right?
Yeah, I didn't force them. And then even after that shit, I only did it once with y'all. Y'all done took it to a whole nother level. Like, nobody tell you how to do all that shit. They
That's
started doing
crazy.
parties.
Imagine though how like the priests must feel like to hear all everybody's like stuff.
That's why they ass crazy too. They need to go to confession.
They need therapy.
Mm-hmm. Therapist got a therapist, man.
Yeah, what do? They pray. I mean, what do? They gotta do something more. I mean,
What?
besides what we've heard.
What? The priest or the
Yeah, the
therapist?
priest.
You said, what do they
Yeah,
do?
the
Or
priest. Yeah, like did maybe they smoke some Mary Jane?
this is the herb God left on the earth for us. I
Maybe they
wouldn't
on
be
some
mad though.
antidepressants. We don't know.
Antidepressants, man. Shit.
Do they drink wine? They might drink some wine every now and then.
Man, look, bro. This is what I realized. I don't care what nobody believe in. I don't care what nobody occupation is. I don't care what nobody's status is. Man, we all fucking human. Some of us are better than other ones, right? Some of us are better than the other ones, but the average human is just fucking average, man. And they susceptible to all that bullshit. That's why you see little priests doing little fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? We see that. That's not uncommon, unfortunately. You know, you get somebody in a faith leadership position and they abuse that power. Why? Because they fucking humans, man. Fucking humans, man.
Yep.
I was listening to these people debate if the Black Panther Party was like a terrorist or like a terrorist group. And this guy started spitting out like all these things people of the Black Panther Party did illegally. And I said, name one that you ain't have some bad apples in with people in the and political parties, bro. How many times we seen mayors and shit caught up in scandals and stuff like that? You know, shit. I'm from Detroit. We had Quantum Kilpatrick. This motherfucker done deleted a stripper, bro. So, like, so any of these groups, man, you got priests touching kids, doctors touching kids, and shit like that, man. Like everything has got a form of corruption to it. Anything that we build or any system that we have is somebody go exploit it or abuse the power within. But you can't just say like that whole thing because like I'm even thinking about like the Black Panther Party. Like, why is the Ku Klux Klan still around if that's the case? Like, why ain't going to shut that shit down? That shit been around forever. You see that the little young dude just got hung from a tree on campus?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, young black dude. They found him this morning hung from a tree on campus.
Where was that?
I think it was in Mississippi. I think it was in
Dolly. Hi,
Mississippi.
Dolly.
What up, Dolly? I'm like, man, it's real. Like it's 2025 and people getting hung from trees, bro. That shit real, bro. That's why I said like you can't like I don't even feel safe like with my kids going to school, little kindergarten around the corner and shit, bro.
I saw these
I can
guys.
imagine.
Oh, sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. No, you can.
No, these guys on YouTube. They went to I think it's Vidor, Texas, where it's supposed to be like a sundown town. And then they like had the glasses. You know, they were asking people things. Like first it was like some white guys. Then they brought in like a black guy. Then they brought in like an Asian guy, and they were just kind of messing with the town. And then they paid for billboards, like I don't know, like several billboards.
Yeah, I think I
Did
seen
you
that.
see
We love
it?
black people.
And they
Did
said
they have one?
we heart, and then black people.
Yeah, yeah, we love black people. Yeah.
And they were like getting the people's reactions and stuff. Yeah.
Man, I couldn't. I ain't fucking around when people bold as hell. But see, like I say, when you do shit like that and nothing happens, it emboldens other people to do it. Then when something happens, people be shocked. Like, bro,
Something could have
look, man,
happened.
I ain't fucking with no sundown town. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm 2025 my ass, bro. I ain't fucking with it. I ain't even riding through that bitch. I'm good, bro. Unless I got a militia with me. Bro. And if there's another route, I'm taking that. I'm good. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't welcome, man. It ain't about freedom of moving around. Ain't none of that shit, bro. It's just that's like somebody coming in my shit that I ain't, welcome in. You gonna have a problem, and that's just reality, bro. Like people, it shouldn't
See,
be a sundown town. Well, it is. What you
no,
gonna
but
do
it
about
like
it?
those places exist.
hmm
People
That's
try
why
to
when they
say they
was
don't, but yeah,
That's
they
why when they was
exist.
getting all bent out of shape, when the dude was like, "I'm gonna build me an all white town," I'm like, "Bro, that's not new. Like, no black people allowed, bro. That shit ain't new. Like, what y'all getting bent out because he said it out loud? Like,
Yes,
man,
Bond. Yes, Bond's talking about Donkey Punch. No, yeah, like those things, they shouldn't happen. There's like, I mean, Mississippi. I don't know. There's some places, like Alabama, probably Mississippi, some places like that.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit still exists. And when people say, "Oh, racist," so tomorrow I'm going in on Jesse Lee Peterson. We're going on Petty Vision tomorrow. I don't like him. I don't. It's not often you hear me say I don't like people, but him, I don't like, bro. I'm about to flame his old ass.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm about to start flaming some of these people online, bro. Fuck that. I want to have some fun. They keep saying dumb stuff. I'm gonna react to it.
Like maybe it's something they haven't seen or they haven't heard about, but then they're not doing their research. Maybe in their world, I guess it doesn't exist.
That's why, like, when people go, "Oh, there's no racism." What the fuck is a sundown town? Okay, if we can agree that it exists in America, then we can agree that racism exists in America. These motherfuckers are willing to off you if you're in their town during sundown. Okay, what the fuck? How more racist can you? What more racist do you need, bro? What more of an example do you need? This shit exists and it's allowed. Like people know this shit exists, bro. Why ain't nobody sending National Guard in there?
Right?
You know, I mean
That
that's an
part.
extreme, but yes, but we know it exists. So why do we allow it? Why is this allowed, bro? Like that's my whole point I'm making. I ain't gonna go to no extreme sending National Guard in, but why does that shit exist?
Bond, you're white. You shouldn't worry about it.
Bond mix, ain't he?
Yeah, but he probably looks white. I'm gonna guess he looks white. Do you look white? Let's ask you. Because he says, okay, what did he say? I got stopped in a sundown town once after midnight. And I said, what I needed to make it, what? Through that situation. The cop was literally hitting my car while he yelled at me. But see, this is the thing. No matter, even if they know, they know.
But this is the thing too. In them sundown towns, you might not be the white race.
You
If
ain't
you
from
look
around
like you
there.
mixed with something, bro, like, cause
Yeah.
it ain't just black people they don't like. It's anything besides them they don't like. They don't give a fuck. Black, Mexican, Asian, Puerto Rican, whatever you want. You can be fucking Canadian, bro. You ain't gay white.
Yeah, you just maybe not even being from around there.
If your cousin ain't your brother and all that shit, bro, nah, they ain't playing that shit.
He said he acted like a little bit to get out alive. Good. Whatever you gotta do to get out
Smart
alive.
guy, smart. I'm
Yeah.
Toasty Brown, see? Toasty Brown. And native, oh, shit, he ain't white.
Oh, you're toasty. That's it. It's
Yeah,
over.
ain't shit white about mine. And he said, he said, I'm Mexican, Spanish, and native. Ain't shit white about mine.
Yeah. No, they're definitely stopping you.
Hey,
Did you see?
there's a
Huh?
community here in Michigan, man. I didn't know, man. We went to this apple orchard, and I'm gonna ask my wife where it was. And these people kept looking at me, and I'm looking like, bro, why is everybody staring at me? Then I started looking around like, oh yeah, I'm the only black person. And then I'm looking around like, I'm the only non-white person. I'm like, I think it's time to go. Like, shit, let's get the fuck out of here. You got me fucked up. Bro, get the fuck out of here. Like, shit. Mm-mm.
See, I went to a town that was all Caucasian. They were really nice to me. They were really
I
nice.
know there's some spots. We went down to Tennessee, and what was the name? It was this one little town, bro. They thought I was like a basketball player, a football player. I got free food, 2 different restaurants. I'm like, damn, I thought they was trying to do like Hansel and Gretel my ass or something. Like they was just trying to get me fat to eat me later or some shit like that. Like, why are these people being nice to me?
It was
They thought
weird.
I was yeah, I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm a celebrity and shit. They was like, it's a hotel down the street. We went there because they had this cave. We wanted to go through it. I like exploring caves and shit. I'm weird, okay? I like going cave diving and shit. So it was this crystal cave there. And what was the name of I forgot the damn name of it. But I got a amethyst crystal. Let me show you how this. I don't know if y'all be able to see it. But this crystal, man, this dude tried to give me $200 for this, man. I got this thing for $70. Yeah, I used to have it on my work desk. When this guy seen it, he's like, man, I give you $200 for it. My wife thought I was crazy for buying it for $70, but
I was gonna say 70 is pretty expensive.
you can't even see it. You can't see it. It's a big ass amethyst, though.
Is it like the size of a hand?
It's big as hell. It's in my hand now. My hand's ain't little.
It's bigger than your hand.
Yeah. It can fit in the
It's,
palm of my hand. Damn, I wish I could show you all this. But yeah, this is a nice ass amethyst. I'll take a
but
picture of it.
amethyst is that purple?
Yeah. Every time somebody see it, they be like, how much you want? Like, this is a big ass, I mean, it's a big ass chunk. The bitch pretty as motherfucker. Bitch pretty as motherfucker. This is like one of my conversational pieces. I like having it in my living room. My wife got it on the clothing
It's
shelf.
a paperweight.
I had it on. Well, if you in the crystals, then you'll know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
It would probably still be a paperweight for me because it would be nice
Mm.
to have on my desk.
Man.
He said Commander is pasty white, I bet. It's like RCA when he rides with the white boy. The cops, they don't mess with him. Like when they see him, they're like automatically on guard. And then but when he was OP's just like shiny white, happy go lucky white boy, and they're like, ah yeah, they don't feel threatened. Plus he butters their biscuits.
You know the crazy thing is, that's what they were saying about the shooter. That's why he was able to move the way he did. Because of the way we stereotype people.
He looked he fit in basically.
Well, like an average white guy.
Plus he was wearing the shirt with the flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did you hear Candace today?
Mm-mm.
Candace, you gotta go here to Candace.
Today?
I'm like, oh whoa, there's something more happening there. Yeah, she was giving out a message. She was saying, oh yeah, you have to go look. I went in the comments and I posted some like 3 time stamps. But of course there's probably there was I think there was over 120,000 people or something like that in the chat.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was a lot of
alive.
people. It was a live. Well, I don't know if it was probably a premiere. I don't know if it was live, but I'm sure it was like pre-recorded. But yeah, you gotta go. You gotta hear
They're
that. I'm sure
lying
people are
about
clipping
Charlie
that.
Kirk. Is
People
that
are gonna
they
replay it.
lied about? They lied about Charlie Kirk. Is that the name of it?
Well, she's saying that like she's basically saying, try me. I'm gonna release like text messages and don't even try to replace him. And she was saying that that basically that like, there's some more stuff to it. That he was starting to change. I guess he was starting to change, so he might have started to go
First and
against.
foremost, to let you know, last week was not a dream. Charlie Kirk, my friend, is dead. And he was publicly executed. I want to make that clear. Charlie Kirk was publicly executed before the world. And as we are all searching for answers, the ones that are being supplied to us are not making a lot of sense. And some people, I would say, are speaking too much, are speaking on behalf of other people. I don't like it. I will say something that I think brought the world a lot of relief, also, sadness. We were grieving with her, was when his wife, Mrs. Erica Kirk, addressed not just the nation, but the entire world. Her words were very powerful. And we just
Now I went to watch that her speech, and I couldn't even get through the opening
Well,
because I be fucking with symbolism and shit, and I'm looking like this shit don't even look right, bro. Like it's too much going on. Like, why the fuck you got a podium in the office, bro? You should don't. You got a podium behind the desk, bro. You know the podium signifies authority, and then like I start listening, and I'm looking like hell, no, bro.
She said she was a Mason at one point.
See,
At one point, she said she was a Mason, but I think I think it was at like the
how is she
hour.
gonna be a Mason? She can't be. She a female, bro.
I don't know. Maybe it was. She didn't say like she was a. She used the word Mason. She said something like she's a Mason for something something. But I was busy while listening. But I stopped it like I think at the 1 hour. Shoot, like 1 hour 40 or 1 hour
How long
50.
was her
One
speech?
somewhere between. I think she was on for like 2 hours. I think it was like in between the 1 hour 30 to 50, somewhere around there. She said some stuff that made my ears perk.
Man, my ADHD kick in. I can't listen to that shit.
Yeah, I didn't
I
listen
can't
to
listen
all of
to
it.
no
I think
hour.
I started somewhere like in the middle. Because it was already like started, so
I couldn't
the
even
live
get through it
hadn't
just
started.
watching it, just watching the setup. I'm looking like, nah, bro, this is it's too much going on. Like you got, I'm looking like, okay, you got a quote from you promoting his on the podium. You're promoting, and that I understand that you promoting his movement, whatever. But you got a podium behind the bench, an empty chair. I understand the symbolism of that. Like Charlie is still here. I'm just speaking for him. I understand that. Then I see Trump like 2 or 3 times, and I'm looking like, okay, is this his office? Like this, you can tell it was
Oh,
staged.
see, I wasn't even watching, so I didn't notice that
It,
part. There was Trump in the
I
background.
noticed everything. Yeah, is that
I
magazine?
I think there's a message
Uh,
to Trump, because I don't know. I felt
yeah,
some sort
that's
of
what
way
I'm
when the
saying.
wife said, uh, Trump, something like he loved you, but the way she said it, I was like, oh shoot, it sounded
You better do something about this.
like he loved you. Like I don't know, it just sounded like was Trump a traitor to him? I don't know. It just sounded weird.
Oh,
It's like sometimes you can't explain why.
like
Sometimes you pick up on
subliminals was being thrown.
you pick up on a feeling, like maybe
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Like maybe I don't know. I pick up on some stuff.
Like, I'm interested to hear what Candace still say. I ain't gonna watch all of it.
Like you get a feeling. I don't know how to explain it.
Have a very brief portion of her remarks, which you should pursue in their entirety. But here she is.
If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire.
That made me cringe.
Yeah. Remember I told you it was kind of weird. Like it's kind of weird. Something's off about it. Listen, something is
Oh,
off, and it's like they know something or they're doing something.
listen, hold on, bro. Hold on. I want you to listen to something. Let me go back a little bit. Just a little bit now.
My husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country.
Okay. If you thought my husband, listen, okay, the words are one thing, but the tone describes that thing.
It's the tone.
It's
What's
the
up,
tone
Missy Ma?
describes the thing. Your
It's
husband's mission
something's off.
was what? What was your fucking husband's mission now? Because I thought this dude was like God, family, country, and all that shit, right? But what was your husband's mission now? Now you're talking about you done unleashed. That shit sound like when God released the Leviathan on the world and fuck it up. Like what's going on,
Now
bro?
I'm saying it's like war, and it's like these other people like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah,
It's something about the way they're speaking that
it's the
I
tone,
don't
bro.
know.
Tone ain't matching the
And then do
concept
you
of the
know
word.
did you know she released her over Charlie's body in a casket? Did you see that? She released where
Shit, what?
she's kissing his hands, and she's like, what did she say? I love you, or I can't remember what she was saying exactly, but I thought that was kind of odd that you would release that. That you would. It's like they're purposely doing that.
That shit on Twitter, huh? I've seen
Somewhere I
a
seen it on
content
YouTube.
creator like Charlie's wife released his picture of his dead body or something like that. I seen a content creator make a video like that.
Like I get it. I would totally be that way too, but I would not be releasing that. I would not be. I would not be releasing that.
I
I would
always
not.
felt it was cringy when people put like they loved ones on Facebook, like when they died and they got pictures of them in the casket. I always thought that too. Bro, what is you doing? It sound like
What's
my
up,
dog is
Hassan?
breakdancing and shit. What up, though, missing
Salute.
mod? What up, Nine?
Yeah, there's a video of her right over him. Listen, they know way more than we know. They know something. They're speaking in subliminals.
Oh man, yeah, I'm looking. No, this is
They got a lot of subliminals going. But the Netanyahu guy, Candace did talk on him basically. Like she's saying he's not being honest. He's not being truthful. She called him out. She called him out. And then whoever she was sending subliminals to, she said, like basically, she said, in other words, like try me and I'm gonna release all the text. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. So there's more to that.
OMG. She is yeah, she doing all this to piss people off. She doing all this to piss people off. You know how emotionally triggered people will see his wife kissing bro, that's bad. That's bad. People are already pissed off, bro. Yeah, that's bad. I want to hear a little bit more what you said.
In this world, you have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife.
Fire.
The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
Battle cry.
Yeah, the battle cry.
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Like, what the fuck? Hold on, bro. I thought some 22-year-old dude popped him. Now, like, this is what I'm saying, bro. You acting like motherfuckers was at war with Charlie. Like this is how they talking. Like, this was a 22. Look, 22-year-olds. Guess what? They brain ain't even fully developed. Okay, they brain ain't fully developed. So you talking like this was a hit? Like this is like you at war?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
just
telling
some
you.
young dude who probably lost himself, did something unscrupulous, impulsive. You know, like ain't that what they say about these school shooters and stuff like that? You
Yeah,
know, he probably
who
had
are
some
they going to
mental
war
illness.
against? The
Yeah, it's like
Democrats?
who the fuck is
Liberals?
you?
Like I don't understand that.
Yeah, yeah, like this shit don't even make sense, bro. I can see if it was somebody attached to so this he a 22-year-old boy who lived with a trans guy. Who is he attached to? You have like Biden or somebody or Kamala Harris is his like I don't know, bro. This is wild.
And did anybody
Everyone listen.
understand? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Did anybody understand?
Did anybody understand when she said about the daughter and the blueberry budget? Like the father went to be with Jesus so that to afford or the blueberry budget, something like that.
The fuck? No, I didn't even hear that.
I think it's towards
I
the
I
end. I
haven't
think.
even heard it.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
Listening
maybe
tonight
I'm
across America,
My bad. Hold on, the
nothing.
record real quick.
the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die.
Beautiful, powerful words. Charlie had just one wife. What we got to see across this weekend.
Beautiful, powerful words. These people are so fucking delusional. Like I don't think Candace Owens. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like she. He too back and forth with me. But like, I understand it's probably your people or whatever, but you gotta be honest. I don't know, maybe the other half of the speak, but what she just said that clip you just was no beautiful, powerful word. That shit sound crazy. That shit sound like some shit you hear at a black funeral when motherfucker got shot in the drive-by. I'm being honest. That sound like that shit, bro.
Is that there were so many people around the world, like she said, who were deeply moved by Charlie Kirk throughout their lives, and of course have been deeply moved by this tragedy. And what she is describing there, that fire, a lot of us are feeling it. I am definitely feeling it. I had a very tough weekend, a very tough weekend. I will say this. My entire life, I've not been much of a crier. It is not my choice emotion. I'm not a person who bursts into tears, and some people are like that. This weekend, I didn't just cry. I wept. I wept. I wept for
Ryan,
Charlie.
what up,
Obviously,
though,
I
bro?
didn't make it through the tribute to him on Friday, and for those of you who wanted to see me in a moment of weakness, that was delivered to you. Fair, yeah. I watched my friend get shot in the neck. Yeah, that's what happened. I just want to say that he was publicly executed again before the world. The question is why, right? You know, when you are in a state of grief, you go through a lot of emotions, and I'm arriving right now at a lot of anger.
Oh my god, bro. This is what I've been talking about, man. Like people, I don't know if it's like what these motherfuckers feel like they entitled or whatever. But you talking about why? We know why it happened to Charlie, unfortunately. And I'm not saying it's right, but it's the shit he was fucking saying, bro. That's why. That's why. It's the shit he was saying. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that should have happened to him because he was expressing his opinion. He got the right, and that's how it should be. But that's not the fucking world we live in. Like that's not. And motherfuckers think they excluded from shit, bro. No, you're not. You're not excluded from a goddamn thing. Nobody, none of us are. You know, I can come on here and say some shit and piss somebody off, some crazy motherfucker, and then be going to the store, walking my kids to school, and they can take a shot at me, try to run me over with a car. Shit like that happens, bro. That's the society we live in. Is it
People
fair?
are
No.
unalive for less.
That's
Like
what
the
I'm
girl on the
saying.
train. The girl on the train did nothing wrong.
What about the young man that just found hung from a fucking tree? What did he do?
Yeah. What did he do?
What did he do? You know, that unfortunately that's the world we live. We live in a fucked up world. Well, it ain't even the fucked up world. It's the people in the world. That's fucked up. Not the world. It's
Deranged, mentally ill, hateful,
yeah.
whatever it is. I
But
don't know. Whatever drives them.
instead of creating vices or systems that bring people together, we keep creating shit to divide people. All this left and right shit. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't never seen this many white people arguing with one another in my lifetime. I'm being honest. With this left and right shit, I've never seen white people argue and go at each other like this. I've never seen this. And then it's like that shit kind of scary because it's like shit, one is on the left and right. While y'all fighting, let me get my ass out the middle and let y'all go ahead and bump heads and let me get the fuck on somewhere. Cause y'all crazy. Like yeah, this shit going crazy, bro. This ain't no different from the shit that be going on in the hood. Ain't no difference. There's no fucking difference from the shit that this political shit is spiting up and how people this shit got regular ass people, man. And now this shit, now these people talking this crazy shit. Regular ass people, man, go get all hyped up and do some unscrupulous shit. And these motherfuckers gonna be sitting in their mansions and shit, laughing at us and shit. Man, fuck that. Don't fall for that shit, people. It's 2025. We finding more ways to separate ourselves from one another, especially as Americans. Look, shout out to all my people overseas and in Canada and all that shit. Shout out to y'all, man. But on some real shit, as Americans, we need to come together and get this shit right. As a fucking Americans, man. If we got a common ground, America, the shit that we live in, we got a common ground. Get this shit together, man.
Yeah, because it just feels like it's like you're calling for more violence.
hmm That's why I say, man, I fuck with the nines. I don't discriminate for nobody's race, sex, sexual, but none of that shit. I don't discriminate with nobody. As long as you're a good person, man, I can rock out with you. You or not, you can rock out, man. As long as you, even if you're just trying to be a good person, you putting a lot of fucking effort in. I like that shit, man. That's an attempt. That's progress. You ain't got to make 100K. You can make $1 million a year. I don't give a fuck. As long as you good people, man, you trying to help other people be good people. You know, that's a common goal. We can come together. Just be good ass fucking people. And shit, we can teach each other. I might know some shit you don't know. You might know some shit I don't know. That's how you build, man. Everybody don't know everything. You know, all of us got different wisdoms, knowledge, information. And instead of using that shit to separate us, like on this internet, the shit is so fucking weird. I ain't never seen so many smart fucking dummies. I really haven't. Motherfuckers sitting here arguing, there's a God, there ain't God, there's a God, there ain't God. Like, what does any of this shit, how does any of this shit make you a better person, bro? If you believe in God or not. What is your beliefs doing to make you a better person? You don't hear arguing and shit with people, doxing people and shit in the name of God. What the fuck is going on with this world? Like, this shit weird, bro.
What happened to God fighting your battles?
Mhm. And it's like, okay, we got differences, we know that, but let's talk about some common ground shit. That ain't what people want. That's not what people want. People want to feel justified for their insignificant past lives. Bro. So they want to point the finger and say it's the left's fault. It's the right fault. It's the atheist's fault. It's the Christian's fault. It's the Muslim's fault. Everybody want to point fingers instead of saying, look, I'm fucked up. Let me fix me. Let me fix me. Right? Instead of blaming every fucking body else. Nobody want to hear that shit. They want to hear hatred towards something besides them. They want to hear hatred. And then motherfuckers can't be honest with themselves. Motherfuckers don't want to be honest with themselves. This is what you want. That's why? Because you keep coming on this fucking app looking for shit like that. Motherfuckers come on here looking to debate shit instead of just having a good conversation. You go over to Mr. Mod, having some regular fun conversation. They was doing little voiceovers and shit. Ain't no motherfucker, man. Shout out to Aiden, right? They be doing voiceovers and shit, and then all of a sudden you get into some fucking theology. Like, hold on, bro. We just having fun, man. What's all this shit, bro? You don't believe in God? Fine. Don't believe in God. Yeah. You want to believe in science? Fine. Go play with a fucking igloo or something, bro. Make
Believe in whatever you want to believe that hopefully makes you better, a better person,
yeah.
a better life.
Let's get back to the fun shit. Aiden, do something else, man. That motherfucker was in there doing Trump. They was doing Jamaican voices, man. That shit was funny as hell. I'm sitting there going to pick up my son, cracking up. These people looking at me like, the fuck is so funny? I'm sitting up here cracking up like a motherfucker, like they crazy thing. Motherfucker Aiden ended the live and shit.
Now,
But that's what
go. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying that's what builds unity. And then you never know, man. Might have a show, people come in laughing. Somebody might come in who's been having some a depressed, fucked up day, and guess what? You just became their fucking coping mechanism. Her channel can be that. You know what I'm saying? Giving people the relief. This channel is that. You know, people having a bad day want to get something. They come over here and talk the word, man. You know, I don't be tripping and shit like that. You know, we can do that for one another, man. We can be helping one another. The small thing could be a big fucking thing, bro. I had somebody on here tell me I saved their fucking life. Just having conversations like, damn, that shit made me feel good. Cause it's like, I'm coming on here with the intent to help somebody, but to your testimony, that shit's fire, man.
Yeah, you and Maud, you giving your testimony. I mean, it was kind of like at the end. So it was, if anyone didn't catch that, go back to yesterday's live stream towards the end.
I'm gonna clip
Yeah.
that and make it a premiere. I think I'm gonna clip it and make it a premiere because I was playing that shit on TikTok and I'm like, I don't know if I did that right. So I put it on membership. But if you got a membership, go check it out, man.
Oh,
$1.99 for the membership. Go check it out, man. Good conversation. But until I clip it, I'm gonna clip it though.
my bad. There'll be another
Mhm.
time. We didn't have time to
Mhm.
really get into it more, but yeah. good stuff. I don't know. I think that's, and you know what I was thinking is I think it's a 9 thing, like a life path number 9 to be forgiving or like just let it go. Like not that you're just letting stuff go just because, but you know,
It-
letting
it's hard, bro.
people just gather their own karma.
Um,
That's it. Like,
yeah, man. I was about to say, man, it's like you let you. it- I stopped looking at like letting things go. I stopped looking at that, and I started looking at matching different frequencies. Right, let that frequency bypass. I don't need to be on that level. I need to be somewhere higher. So to do that, I can't be on this level because I'm trying to go somewhere higher.
yeah,
I can't be on this lower level. So
all
I mean,
it'll
that's how.
stifle you.
Yeah, I kind of condition my mind like this.
To see some of those things that happened to you were because of things like jealousy, envy. Who
Hmm.
knows? People trying to. I
A
don't
lot of the
know.
things that a lot of the things that happened to me is because I was in, like I'm saying, I matched the frequency of it. Like, that's the easiest way to say it. I was in position for the shit to happen to me. That's why I
Well,
was
like,
around people. I was in the
okay,
environment,
okay.
you know.
But you know, there's accountability on the other side too, right? So you take
Oh
your
yeah, definitely,
accountability for
definitely.
your part, but there's people out there who feel like things aren't fair. They want what you got, or they want to take or put your light out.
Yeah.
They don't understand why they can't be like you. And I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general that people can't. So there's people out there that just don't understand why they don't have what the other person has and they want to take it from them.
And don't even know what the other person been through to get the shit they got, bro. Like people
Mhm.
look at me, like people look at me like, oh yeah, I want to be what word at. No, you don't, bro. I don't know if you built for it, bro. I don't know if you built to go through the shit I've been through. So don't say you want to be where I'm at when you don't know how I got here. I stopped looking at. That's why I stopped looking at other people's burn. I don't look at anybody else and gauge myself. You know, I don't use anyone as a barometer for me because they might have something that I don't have, but they might have been willing to go through some shit I'm not willing to go through. And I learned that at a young age. Like you see people having all these nice things and shit, and then you see what they had to go through to get those nice things. Like, I ain't willing to go through that. You ain't about to bend me over and do no crazy shit. You got me fucked up. Fuck
There's this
that,
artist, he
man.
does art. Okay,
Nah.
he's on YouTube. He's an artist. He sells his art like on the beach, and he had a live stream the other day, and his title was, I don't know if I'm going to say it exactly right, but it was something like comparison is the thief of joy. Like comparing
Mhm.
yourself to anything, comparing things, it's a thief of
That's a great
joy.
quote. That's a great fucking quote.
Yeah,
I want to Google that to see if somebody
yeah, I was
said
like,
that shit. Right.
damn. And then I was
Yeah,
telling him in the chat because he was sharing like what color pencils he uses, and then I was looking them up on Amazon, and then I said, oh, it comes from, I forgot where it came from, but from some other country, right? I think it was Denmark. And then he's like, oh no, mine's come. Wait, let me see. And he looked up his pencils and he said, these say they come from Austria. And then he was started comparing the ones he bought on Amazon to the ones he bought somewhere else. And then he was looking at the differences. He was like, oh no, wait. And then somebody reminded him in the chat, hey, comparison is a thief of joy. Because now he was distracting himself comparing
Uh-huh. You see how that
when,
you apply in one thing, but you forget to apply in another thing.
yeah, he's like, ah, you got
Hmm.
me.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like just do your art. Just do your art. Both pencils work fine. They do their job. Now we're wondering like, are we getting ripped off? Is Amazon selling
Right.
us like some generic version, some copycat of the art pencil? Yeah, I thought that was a good one too. Cause
I
it's
don't know.
true, right? It steals you from your joy sometimes because you feel like shit.
We still listening to Candace, so y'all had enough of that.
Okay, can you go to Candace to like the 130 after I don't know if you can see if you can scroll and see right after the and no disrespect, I don't know how to say his name, the Netanyahu guy. If
Oh, hold on. It's
you,
only an hour long. Let me see. Okay. After the
please,
knitting. Okay, that's not
yeah,
knitting.
right after him, somewhere around there, right after, like 5 minutes after him or something, and she says, "What up, Bronze fam?"
I don't even see knitting that whole. Like, do he speak or something?
Yeah, she plays a clip when he's on Fox. I think he's on Fox, and she plays it,
Okay.
and she's like, she calls him out because
Okay, this
she's
might be
saying
it.
that
This the
I think
after.
Charlie, because they had Charlie, I guess, speaking on behalf of Israel, and then I think he was starting to push back, like he was starting to change his idea about Israel and stuff, and so she's basically insinuating that Charlie was trying to change, and they were trying to pull him back. They were trying to put him back in line, and he was starting to change. He was maybe starting to maybe give some pushback.
I think this is very interesting.
Let this go. It will be absolutely never that I let this go. Everything just spiritually feels very wrong here. Yeah. It feels like we are being lied to by who? I'm not sure. Are there some good guys? Of course, there's always good guys in government, but there are too many bad guys in government for me to feel good about this. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are obviously going to continue to follow this to tighten up this timeline with the most up-to-date information that we can possibly have, everything that we could possibly learn about the father that is involved.
No, I think
I'm
it's
like,
before that. It's
before
MC Nemes.
MC Nemesis.
Hey,
Yeah, there you go. What up, though?
hello.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I see we have some biblical angelic imagery here. I'm interesting. I'm interested in
And the symbolism.
what do you believe? You believe in a God?
Well, I don't believe. I know that. Like, I know. My
You have
interpretation of God might
scientific
be
evidence?
different from yours, but
You
I
said
don't. I
known.
don't.
So the word
You said
science
who?
means known. So you know this.
Like, I know God. Me and God got a relationship. He got a relationship with the big guy.
Yes. Well, my God is Lucifer.
What's up? The light bearer.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Because I subscribe to Freemasonry.
You just used to. So since you subscribe to Freemasonry, your God is Lucifer.
The light bearer. The Statue of
Are you a
Liberty.
Freemason? Are you a Freemason?
No, but my wife is. She's a Eastern Star Freemason. Her dad was a
Oh,
32nd
so it's good
degree.
Eastern stuff. Her dad
Yes,
was a 32nd degree, so he was. That was inside Scottish Rites, right?
it's right. Well, the 33rd degrees is like the Shriners and the leaders of it.
Is the same. The 32 is the Scottish Rites, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, well, yeah, the 32nd degree is pretty high up there. That's the leader, but that's below the 33rd, which is the Shriners and the Jesters on respective sides of the Freemasonry. But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is, um, Freemasonry, Freemason built the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty represents the Holy Spirit, or what we call Lucifer. See, the Holy Spirit is,
So, are you a Luciferian? Like, what are you? Because
yes,
Freemasonry has
the
nothing to
Holy
do with.
Spirit is Lucifer, the one that had sex with young Mary at birth Jesus. It's Jesus' actual biological father,
So
and then God is
so
his
you rock.
heavenly father.
So let me ask you this: do you rock with why is it on the tip of my tongue? You rock with the concept of Why can't I say it? Like the god of the Bible is the demiurge, and
No,
Lucifer is actually the one who is supposed to set
no,
us free.
no.
Okay.
You have the Father, the Creator, and then you have the Son, Jesus, and Lucifer, which is the Holy Spirit, which is actually Jesus's father. Because Lucifer tried to give his son, because why didn't he just kill Jesus? Because he wanted to give his son the world that he had, but his
So
son
let me ask you.
used it.
So what doctrine do you follow?
The Luciferian doctrine. Thelema, Aleister Crowley.
Yeah, you know about Aleister Crowley, right?
Yes.
He's a meth head, bro.
He's a what?
He's a meth head. Where's her bottle at?
I'm talking about Thelema, sigil magic.
Yeah, I know Federal Magic, but I mean, even Aleister, they got all that from Madame Blavatsky. Adams, all that came out of the teachings of Madame Blavatsky. So all that
Well,
is, oh, go ahead.
yeah. So the Bible is a good book. It's going to teach you how to own slaves, right? And at first I was against it, but then I thought to myself, wait a minute, you're not a slave. You're associated with the Freemasons. You're the slave master. So I said, well, shit. I said, that's what it's for then. That's what the damn church.
No, what? You're not getting no juice. What? You're not getting juice.
So
It's
what that nigger
nighttime.
doing in the background? Tell that nigger to shut up. Put her in her place.
Hey, hold on, bro. Hey, look. Some real shit. I don't play with my kids. Do me a favor, somebody. Click this dude. I'm gonna find your ass, man. On some
Tell
real.
that fucking nigger to hush.
No, 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 no. Tell your mama that. How about that? Tell your mama that, boy. Oh, pale ass. Go play in the sun. Nah, motherfucker. Talk about my kids. I'll find your ass for real, boy. And decapitate your stupid ass. Fuck out of here, man.
Ignorant
Ignorant ass
ass.
motherfucker. Yeah.
All
That's why
right,
your
never
mama
mind that
calling
stupid
you
guy.
cousin and shit. Stupid ass motherfucker. You're not getting juice. I give you milk, not juice, man. Come on, we already brushed our teeth. Come on. Come on. It's okay. I know you just woke up and you got a little attitude because you like your mom. But you ain't getting no juice. Oh, man.
The whole Freemason thing. Like she said something about Mason. She didn't. I don't recall her saying
That motherfucker lost.
Freemason.
He don't know what the fuck you talking about.
But
And that's what I
but
was about to.
women can
That's
be
what I was about to.
Freemasons. Cause I thought
No, they
only.
can't. They could be Eastern stars. And she ain't got
Oh,
nothing to
okay,
do with
okay.
her. His wife ain't no goddamn Eastern. This is a thing he done Googled and looked up. Because even what he talking about
I
ain't got shit to do with
subscribe. This is
Lucifer.
dumb. This is dummy. I subscribe. I
No,
subscribe
don't
to it.
subscribe, bro.
Okay.
See, I'm a little trigger. I told you that's one of my triggers with kids. So, and I done calm down a little bit, but I find you for real. You got me fucked up. Talk about my baby girl. You got me fucked up, bro. On some real shit. And if that's how I know your life ain't shit. You talking about you got a wife and all this shit. You on the internet, 1 o'clock in the morning talking some bullshit.
I'm missing Maud.
Like
Yeah,
you
he
know
was
your life
lying.
ain't
Don't
shit.
believe anything he says.
Yeah, I don't believe. None of the shit he said added up. That shit don't lead up to no Freemasonry, being no Luciferian. That shit don't even man. And they don't even know what Bubble House of Crowley and signals and magic. And, yeah, he was a fucking meth head. He was saying demons and shit. He was high as hell, dumbass. All the shit he got came from Madame Blavatsky. Her ass was a meth head too. Yes. Leave the sofa down. Okay, I get it. I get it. Huh, take this. I get the phone.
Oh, you're fine. You can go. I can talk
But
to whoever's here. We got Miss Maud in
Yeah.
chat. She said he ran his mouth because he couldn't, what? I ain't gonna say that.
If that motherfucker
Oh,
swimming back
because he
there,
couldn't pee bomb with the overlay on.
yeah,
Nobody want to
that's
see
why
your
he
thing, your little
that's why I
thing,
left her up.
your little decrepit thing. That's too funny. Dummy.
Nobody want to see your tadpole, but you good. That's why them dudes come on here and be mad as hell because they look down and ain't seen that shit in a millennia. They probably never seen this shit looking down, bro. I got a wife.
That's the hate. That's the ignorant.
I bet your wife is your cousin too, motherfuckers. Where did she put? I don't even know where she took it at. She will keep coming out here. Now she will go back to sleep.
Missing one. Missing one. Lifetime supply, but not of that. Not that one.
Well, that's what I say. It's worthless ass people. They ain't got shit to do when they wake up. Then they ain't gonna have shit to do before they go to sleep. We'll do dumb shit. Did I play that Trump get him out of here? Did that play? I didn't hear it.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna find it. Get him out of here.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Get him out. Ready? Are you ready? Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get the hell out of here.
Motherfucker.
And then his white daddy Trump too telling him, get out of here.
Get him out of here. Okay, let's see if I can find. Oh, we so rudely interrupted. What I was doing. I had to take it off. I don't even know what I was doing.
I think
So
you
you
went a
said it
little
was
too far forward. Yeah, because it was back.
To them, do I think this kid was involved somehow? Yeah.
No.
Do I think he did this alone? Absolutely not. The story makes entirely
changed outfits.
okay. That's not me. Yeah.
okay.
Gotta go
So
back.
he changed outfits again. Unclear why he did that. Unclear why he would then put the outfit back on 33 hours later. Most people just like shower within that time. I did receive contact from one
What
of
time
Tyler
stamp
Robin.
what time is that?
I don't know. We don't know.
The video itself is only an hour and I'm at the 43 mark now. I don't see.
You're at 143?
No, the video itself is only an hour and some change. An hour and 9 minutes, the full video. So I don't. Did they take that part out? It's a live stream.
It was almost it was like at 155 or something. Is the chat gone? Because you know when they take out pieces, the chat disappears. So if she might have clipped it, she might have clipped that. And you know what? I was gonna screen record it, but then I'm like, nah, I'm sure
It ain't
tons
no
of people are
chat.
screen recording
It's
all
just
that.
comments. There's no live chat. Just comments.
She might have clipped it. She clipped it out. I bet you she clipped it out.
Yeah, because it's on the video is only an hour and 9 minutes.
No, it was more than that. Even okay, so I'll go back and find because I timestamped in the chat. But then
Oh,
there's so
let me
many
see if there's
comments,
another
so
video.
many comments. And then I was gonna
But this
try to
is
tag you, but then I didn't have the proper tag.
yeah, this is a video she did 7 hours ago. Let me see
Yeah,
if
I'm
it's
sure though people clipped it though. I'm sure people clipped it.
yeah,
Sometimes
because
I want to
even
like
like
clip stuff and then I'm like, nah, what for? It's stupid. Tons of people are probably already clipping it. And what am I gonna do with that anyway? I
send
just
it to
thought it was
me.
interesting. I thought her whole video was gonna be gone. I really thought her whole video was gonna disappear and it was still
Ain't
on like an
nobody
hour.
sent. It's 3 people that I follow that got demonetized for talking about that place over there.
Oh
3
really?
people. Yeah, they got demonetized
Wow.
for talking about speaking out on that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
really, really shocked what she was saying. I was like, wow.
yeah, they definitely put that shit out.
There's stuff going on in the background, stuff that we don't know. It's not just no. Mm-mm. There's something more to all that.
Oh, it's always been like that.
But you know what? It's not my business. So whatever. It's
Yeah.
just, it's just kind of interesting, But like, I'm subscribed to Candace, but I don't really like follow her like that, like that.
That shit is above our pay grade.
I listen to some stuff here and there, but I don't really, like the guy said, I don't really subscribe to. I'm not like a diehard person. I just think, like how you were saying, it's like, okay, whatever you vote, it doesn't really matter. Whatever which way you vote, it's already like the situation's already predetermined. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. And the fact that, like, when I was telling my husband, like, no, they're like, Biden's doing all this stuff, like, they're doing all these things, like, to piss off Americans. There's got to be a reason why. And he's like, oh, they're just that dumb. Like, no, 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 there's a reason. Well, I think one of the reasons was to vote in probably Trump, right? Because what other reason? People say, oh, it's to get the votes. It's to get more votes. But those people maybe in the future can vote. Some immigrants can vote locally in some areas. They can't vote for president. They can just vote locally. Which is wild that you could be an illegal immigrant and still have a say. But obviously it's because they live in America, even though they're illegal. They're in some areas they're giving them a say. But yeah, it's all weird. So what do? You just, well, as far as myself, just try to live my best life, the best I can, me and mine. Hold on, let me see. Can you hear me, Missing Mod? Am I here?
My bad, I can't hear you. I'm just
Oh, okay,
a
that's
little
fine.
research. Hmm.
Okay, while you do that, I can just babble. I can just yap, no worries. But yeah, why piss off America? Why piss off people to the point where they're like, yeah, we're gonna vote for Trump, and then Trump's gonna do all these things that are wild. Okay, nothing's new, right? So maybe back in the day there was these type of things, but not for a long time. And then like him bringing out the National Guard and trying to, change birth rights and things like that. It's like all these things that were probably already in the works, already in the play. It's all part of the plan. And of course, obviously, to keep us all divided, just constantly, we're all divided all the time. Like, I don't mind whoever votes for whatever you feel, just don't mess with mine. And if they care so much about our health in America and the well-being, why do they release all these people that commit heinous crimes and they give them little time, or they give them, oh, you get a life sentence, but the life sentence is only like 30 years and you can get out in like, there's some people that have even gotten out sooner. And all these kids that are getting hurt, that people are like abusing and unaliving, like they literally either get no time or they get like 3 years, 5 years. There's a one case, baby Emmanuel in California. The dad got no time for hurting his daughter. The little girl basically became like a vegetable, and he got no time. He got released on work release. He literally spent no time locked up. And then he got caught with, he's not supposed to have a weapon. He got caught with a weapon. They didn't pick him up and put him in jail. They still allowed him a court date and to be free, released. on a court date, and then now his little baby boy is missing. And now they've arrested the mom and the dad, but it's like, mm-mm. Doesn't make sense.
My bad. I
Doesn't
just
make
had to
sense.
do it. I had to
Doesn't
send
make
some
sense
stuff.
to release criminals. Doesn't make sense to, especially all the people that were
Mic
getting
check.
off on
No.
the one guy that well, he's all kinds of illegal immigrants getting released after committing crimes.
I'm paid, bro. Yeah. Like all the I'm sorry, man. It's like we I feel like it. It's fine to look at things like, hey, this is how it should be. But at some point we gotta just accept things for the way it is. And that's how you make things better or actually find solutions because we can keep saying, oh, it's supposed to be like this, it's supposed to be like this instead of making it
Or
like that.
getting angry.
Yeah, because that don't I mean, it gets to a point where we get stagnant with thinking or saying how things are supposed to be versus making them that way. Creating a society. Sometimes we have to go outside our comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Like even talking about things that make you uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I be talking to people and we say, look, we different races, right? I understand the concept of like not seeing race. I do. I understand it. But that's only gonna go so far. The reality is that our race, our culture, it comes with an experience. And that experience is unique to us as individuals. And if we can understand, like, if I can understand that Commander has her own personal experience, right? And I can be respectful to your personal experience, you can be respectful to mine. We can get along. Not only can we get along, we can learn from one another, right? And this is what I've been practicing. And when I find other people I can practice it with, shit go good. Can't practice that with everybody. Everybody ain't gonna be on that frequency, right? So even like when we was talking about, matching the frequency, the 9% is a whole vibe of its own. The way I do stuff over here is different, but that's the frequency. And if people can match that, they have fun over here.
Right.
They get along
Well,
over here.
some
They'll
people
learn
call it
over here.
pandering.
Yeah, like people but if you listen to me, I never pander. It's not even like people like pandering is like kissing ass to me. Being respectful,
Yeah.
you know
It's
what I'm
like
saying?
not being true to what you believe in, just kind of like agreeing with someone just to butter their biscuits or to like not
It's
make
like this.
waves.
It's like this because I'm black, so of course there's gonna be people who associate or relate to me because I'm black. But I'm a different type of black, right? Type of black that I am. I was talking to my mom about this, and like growing up, my
Even
grandmother
that,
always told me
even you saying that right there, I bet gets you some hate.
to do because all black people think they're the same, and we not. Just like all white people ain't the same. You got white people that have different experiences in life. You have like the hillbilly group. You have the redneck group. The hillbillies and rednecks ain't the same thing. They not. I grew up with hillbillies. I didn't grow up with rednecks. I grew up with straight hillbillies. I even claimed
Yeah,
myself to be a hillbilly at times. We was in the bells on some real hillbilly shit,
yeah,
right? That's what we
yeah.
was doing. And then I moved into the hood, so I relate to hillbillies. You put me around a bunch of white hillbillies, I'll be at home. I grew up around them. You know what I'm saying?
But even within those
I
groups, not everybody's the same.
Not everybody the fucking same. Hillbillies and rednecks, two totally different things. Two totally different things. So it's different. Like the Mexican community, the Asian community, the Middle Eastern community, they different. But when it come to black people, for some reason, it's all in one little smorgasbord. Like no, y'all all the same thing, and it's this. Like no, man. When you look, Like I come from like the black bourgeois, what they call. If you look up the black, those are like the intelligent and educated black people. I came up around them. That's like majority of my family. They came from down south, moved up north, and a lot of them, instead of working in factories, they got education. They
So if
came up
somebody gets
north not to work
triggered
in the
and
factories, but for the
offended,
education.
if somebody gets
You
triggered
said,
and offended by that, like by you saying that, then that means they're calling themselves not educated and they're they're looking at. Do you know what I'm saying?
somebody get triggered and
Like
offended,
if
they're
you get
just ignorant
offended,
because they don't know their
uh-huh.
own history. They don't
Like
they don't
we're
know what
saying he grew up or he's part of people that have education, professions, then they're
but
gonna get
even that.
offended at that.
But see, look now, like this is what my elders always told me. They told me never to ask the white person for help. They say because even if they do help you, they ain't gonna always be the help. Learn how to do it for yourself. So a lot of time, you name one time you actually heard me on here talking to white people about black issues.
No.
No, I didn't. Like when Speak was talking about what you feel about reparations. What did I tell Speak? I don't feel like why would I talk to a white person about reparations? Ain't got
I
nothing
mean,
to
we
do.
bring it up, but then you usually
Yeah,
say
I
what
mean,
you think.
yeah, you
I
bring it
mean,
up,
you
but
let
I
us
would
talk.
never ask you. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. You can talk about anything, but I'm saying I will never ask a white person anything about black issues. I never do, never will. I don't even talk to my wife about black issues. She talked to me now because we have kids. She look at my kids like, damn, they black. I need to know this. So I educate her. That's the only thing I can do. I don't care what white people think about black issues. And this ain't no offense. I'm being honest.
Say you don't
Like
care.
I don't care. Why would I care about like when things
Because
happen?
yeah,
I'm just being honest because and this is how I feel. I mean, this is how I was kind of raised though. Like and it makes sense,
but do
you
you
know,
find it
because
interesting to hear other people's perspectives, or you just don't even care?
no, I listen. I'm very observant. I listen to everything and how everybody feels. But what I'm saying is like a white person or a non-black person's opinion about a black issue, it ain't gonna do nothing for 'em. It's not gonna do nothing for 'em.
Oh snap! We got Bond in the house.
Born in a building,
What's up,
What up, Bond?
everyone? What's up? How y'all doing?
What's up, little bitty eyes?
chill. And this is another reason that I'm gonna let Bond rock out. This is another reason too, is because like the black experience, I have invested interest in it. You know, that's my experience. I have emotions attached to it. So for me not to have be triggered by anything or anybody's opinion about what I may experience that they don't have to, that's how I eliminate that factor also because it can be triggering. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, a woman who has been through a essay, right? And hears someone saying like, talking about a whole nother woman who experienced it. Well, it was because the way she was dressed. It was because the way that'll trigger a
Mhm.
woman hearing shit like that, right? It'll trigger a woman because she had that experience. So like having conversations is like, how do I, because I worked amongst a lot of bigots in the hospital and just the way they talked about black people. I knew they was talking about me. You know, it was I don't want to call it covert racism, but they did things to trigger people. And then when people get triggered, they be like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" Well, I wasn't talking about you. I'm
Oh,
talking about them. Like,
gaslight.
yeah, bro.
Well, they
And
or
it's
they
like I'm
want people to
watching this
crash
shit.
out so they could be like,
Yes,
see,
yes,
oh,
man, yes. That's the whole point. So it's like I had to build myself to keep this job. I had to build myself a certain way. So so it just made sense. Don't talk to people about issues that they don't have no vested interest in. Just like I don't like if I may ask the question like about white issues, right? But I don't have to experience that shit, bro. So I just listen when people talk about it. I just listen. Middle Eastern issues, like with my wife, and then I just listen. Like, damn, I learn from.
you're right,
I'm
word.
sitting there. giving my advice. But if
You're
they ask me
right.
a question, well, if you was in this situation, what would you do? Then I offer, but I don't offer that shit when they just talking. I don't be offering shit. I just listen.
Like sometimes I hear people talking about Latinos and different things, and I'm like, bro, they have no idea. Like they don't even know
Mm-hmm.
what they're talking about because they have no idea. And then I may feel like correcting them. I may just let it go and not even care to. Because sometimes no matter how much you explain, they still don't get it.
They
So
still don't get it because
I can
it's not their
relate a little
experience.
bit,
Mm-hmm.
a little
Go
bit.
ahead, Bond. My bad, brother.
Oh no, you're good. I'm just listening. I'm just listening. I didn't know what y'all talking. I was in another stream before I came here, so
Whatever, Bond. You were cheating on us. Another stream.
I am a cheater. No, I'm not a cheater. I'm just saying.
Real man don't cheat,
Yeah, it's
Bond.
like
Real man don't cheat.
you know, within the Latinos, like, okay, like different people live different ways. And just like even the way Bond grew up, people, there's other Latinos who will hate on Bond, his family, because of how they choose to live, how they chose to raise their kids. But
Actually,
is it,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
know.
So when I grew up, um, my mom didn't want me to have to go through what they went through. So she didn't teach me Spanish at all growing up. She was like, she always tried to drill in my head, I'm American, I'm American, I'm American.
Dress
Uh,
American, act American, hang
yeah,
around with
yeah,
other Americans,
yeah,
all
yeah.
the
She did,
thing, right?
yeah. She didn't want me to go through what they had to go through, you know? And so, yeah.
Marry
You're
American.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then what other people will hate on you say, oh, you're denying your race. You're denying
Yeah,
your ethnicity.
yeah,
You're denying
exactly.
your
Like,
roots. You're a traitor. You're a hater. You're a
yeah.
racist. You don't
And
like your
then,
own people.
yeah. Once I got older, started to have people doing that with me, you know? But like, I don't like, I mean, I love my mom. Like, I mean, I'll do anything for her. Like, anything, literally. She just wanted the best for me, you know?
Do you think it, like, what do you think about that? You think she made the right choice? Do you ever crave to, like the woulda, coulda, shoulda, like, well, what if I would
I
have
think,
been raised more Latino or more like,
um, the only thing I would have changed was having her and my dad teach me Spanish growing up.
in the
Teaching,
house at least?
yeah. At least in the house, like in the house, teaching me the language. Outside of that, I get what they were doing. Like they just wanted the best for me and they wanted to protect me. Because I was very sheltered growing up. So they did what
So,
they thought was best for me.
so you guys didn't
You
have
know,
piñatas or quinceañeras or like,
No, we did that, but I just
you did?
like I learned a little bit about the culture, but I didn't learn like the languages and deep into the culture when I was
Did you
growing
take
up.
trips to Mexico?
No, I've never been to Mexico.
Mm.
Still to this day, never been there.
you want
Gotta
to hear
go one
something
day,
crazy?
Bond.
But I will.
You're gonna love it. Sorry, word. Go ahead.
No,
My bad.
it's crazy because I hear that story from like people like Mexicans, but my stepfather his father is Cuban, and
Mhm.
like their last name is a Cuban last name. I ain't gonna say it all right, but they got a Cuban last name. Like his middle name is Guadalupe, and they did the same thing, but they were dark, so they blended in with black people.
Oh yeah,
And instead of being Cuban, they would rather be black
yeah,
instead of being Cuban in America. So when I heard Bond say that, I'm like, damn,
yeah.
because that's like the third time I heard that. But even from that, different perspective is crazy. And without you experience it, so like people wouldn't even comprehend, like, well, why would they do that? You don't know what they was going through. And they want their kids to go through. They wanted a better life for their kids, and that's the only way. That's what they were thinking. That's the catalyst they had at that time.
Yeah, that's
know,
like my uncles, my dad, my mom, that like they struggled growing up, right? Like my grandma, they struggled. And when they had the grandkids, or like my cousins,
mhm.
they just wanted a better life for us, and or what they perceived as a better life for us based on what was going around in our current area, um
They wanted you to have more opportunities and
yeah, they didn't want us to have to. They wanted us to have more opportunities, not have to fight as hard, not have to be out in the fields, picking certain things. Because like my dad and my mom, they were out in the fields, when they were young. They didn't want me to do that. So I mean, it is what it is. Like I don't hate them for it. I love them with everything, but
You can't hate them for that, bro. They did what that
yeah,
like a lot of they did the best with what they had, and look at you, bro.
yeah, oh yeah.
That's good too. You don't resent them. I've seen people resent their parents for less. On some real
Yeah,
shit.
and and luckily now, like I don't have kids, but like my sister has kids, and they're teaching them the culture and the languages and the language and stuff growing up. But like they're in a position to where they can do that, and
right.
they can feel safe about doing that, and so like I support it, it's a weird thing trying to keep your culture, keep your traditions, but also trying to keep you safe. You know what I mean? Especially in America.
Mm-hmm. Especially, and then I'm thinking about the time your parents probably got here was like 60, 70.
Say that again? I didn't hear you.
Around the time, when did they get here?
So
first generation?
So actually, as far as I can trace my family back, we've always been where I'm living right now. So I live in Texas, right? Texas was part of Mexico back in the day.
Yeah.
And so as far as I can trace back, my family's always been in Texas, in this area. So like I always say
they were there when they remapped it.
I always say like we were first round draft picks,
Isn't that messed up though? Listen, they were there. The map got redrawn, and then now they had to assimilate to America.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
America.
Yeah. Like my Mexican portion, we've always been here. Now I have Mexican, Comanche, kind of intertwines there, but and then I also have some Spanish in Spain. But as far as I can trace my family back on these lands, we've always been here in this area.
But going back to what Word said about the Cuban, like they went through all that only to grow up to then be called a tether.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of like, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, Commander, what are you? I said something early in the chat, and I was like, "You're pasty." I said, "I think you're a pasty white."
Well, because I'm like French, Italian, Mexican, so I'm mixed.
But you're more like light skinned.
But I grew up more like on the Mexican side.
Oh,
like,
really?
Like everybody on my other side of the family, they're all very light skinned, colored eyes. They're very white skin.
What color eyes do you have?
I have brown eyes.
Brown eyes? Okay, that's what I have. I have brown eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My sister and I both have brown eyes. Out of the two of us, I have one sister, Um, I am the lighter one of the two. So I'm brown, and then in the summer I get fairly dark. But my sister, um, if she goes out, I always joke with her. I tell her if she goes out to get the mail, I think she's African American. Joke that I have with her. Because when I go out in the sun, I sunburn a little bit, I turn red, and then I turn a little bit darker shade brown. When my sister goes out in the sun, she just gets dark. So
Yeah, no, I have in my family. I have all the colors. Like I have
all
people
the
that literally you can confuse them for being black.
yeah, I've confused my sister with that before when we were younger.
The hair, it's like. I mean, I'm sure there's some features like I don't know, because like there's some black people that look like they could be, like well maybe they are, maybe they're Cuban or Dominican, like they have that in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe you just see them and you
Taínos.
don't really know what they are. Yeah, their background. Yeah.
Yeah, Puerto Rican.
I mean, because there's like the whole spectrum of color. Like it's just you can't really
melanin, man. A
pinpoint
lot
it.
of different, races and culture that melanin. I know there's some Indians that live across the street from me, darker than me, bro. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
yeah, exactly.
Fucking darker than me, bro. They love me though, man. These little foreign people, bro. I'm like the biggest motherfucker in the 2 block, like 3 block radius. There's like all these little foreign people around me. They be looking at me like I'm Godzilla. And shit, bro. I be like, damn. Everybody be stopping and talk to me. I'll be like, yeah, I don't know, bro. It got to be my aura because I know it ain't my face. I got a resting bitch face, bro. And I be looking at myself in the mirror. I'd be like, I will not ask your ass for help, bro. I'd be like, hell no. Ask your mean looking ass. But everybody always they be bypassing white people just to ask me for help. I'd be like, yeah, you see this world to do white man right here. Why the fuck you ain't ask for help? What you come asking me for when I help you?
Yeah, not everybody's the same. Like I don't know. I feel like okay when you look at people, okay, you have like you could say, oh my people, right? Whatever you identify with. But when I look at people like brown people or minorities, like even though I know it's not the same, but I identify more with them because they're a minority. You know, brown, black people, like I'm not saying, oh, I'm gonna try to be black or I'm gonna try to blend in or I'm gonna try to no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're
But not
saying.
everyone feels
Yeah.
like that. Not everyone feels like
Nah,
that.
everybody don't.
They're
Nah,
like, get
everybody
the
don't
fuck out of
feel
here
like
with
that.
that shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
you ain't like
we
us.
ain't brothers. Yeah, people keep to say that shit, right? I look, man. I had my You know how they used to say when like black people start like Candace Owens when they be like, oh, she had her black wake up call. I had one of those like reverse.
What does that mean?
Like usually when they say you had your black wake up calls when you like a black person and you pander to the white people and the white people finally say, no, you just a Negro.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what they usually call a black wake up call. But I had like the reverse effect. like, like where I'm like, oh, because we black, we can do this, do that, and then I get right. Like, hold on, bro. Why I keep getting fucked trying to help my people look like me? And it's like I can't. I don't know, man. That's why I was
Like
like,
when they
I
say
understand Jesus.
not all skin folk or kinfolk or something like that when they say that.
Kinfolk, right? Like not all skin folk. And then I understood Jesus. Like I understood what Jesus said. Okay, first I came to save my people, and then my people tried to fuck me up. So I'm just here to save whoever want to be saved. I understand Jesus. First, he only came to save the Jews. Remember? And then he was like, "Hold on, man. I'm here to save whoever want to be saved. If you want to be saved, okay, come on. We just gonna call you a Gentile, okay? But you can still be saved. Come on over here, man. I'm gonna save everybody." I see why
Because you
Jesus
would
did
think
that,
people
man.
would unite, right? You would think like
Yeah,
black
man.
people would unite with other black people, right? Mexican people would unite with other Mexican people. But
Like
there are
even
people
doing this.
like that, like the Filipinos do it.
Oh man,
the
them
Chinese do it.
motherfuckers. I love Filipino people. Look, I know like 4 Filipino content creators. Do you know? Like I was hanging around them for months, and I'm like, bro, these motherfuckers getting like three, anywhere from 3 to 6K views. But they do that shit as a fucking community. They have like 2 major content creators where all the Filipinos they go in here to support this motherfucker. No matter what they're doing, they can be sleeping in the fucking
They give
bed.
each other jobs. They help each other
Yes,
out.
man.
Like
And they
all
take that
that.
money, but listen, they take their YouTube money and disperse it against the community. So they getting these views intentionally because they know they all gonna get money from. But that's how they operate.
Well,
They tipping the revenue thing, bro.
you
Like
know,
they learn they working together, but you gotta come together to do some shit like that. Have thousands of people watching your shit because I know y'all gonna get used to it.
you know what I noticed too. I noticed something. I think. Okay, I noticed something. I went to this other city where there's not a lot of Mexicans, and then I went to eat somewhere, and the lady, it was almost like she was happy to see another Mexican. Like she was happy to see another Latino, so she hooked me up with food. But if I'm
Mhm.
in an area where there's a lot of people like me, it's like whatever. They're not hooking me up.
Yeah,
Do you get it? Like
yeah,
it's like if you see someone out in the wild, like, oh, you're like me.
yeah,
But if you're just used to it's somewhere where it's normal, then it's like whatever.
yeah.
Does that
You
happen
take
to you? I mean, that doesn't. I don't. That happened to me on the flip side. Like I don't think I act like that, but I was like, oh, she's being really nice to me because I'm another Latino.
You don't act like what?
No, like I don't feel like I'm gonna hook somebody up because
Yeah, yeah.
they're
Like,
Latino or something like specifically.
yeah.
But I
but
wonder like
see
if other
shit.
people.
Like where I live at, shit, I do that shit. Like when I
I
was
do
doing
it.
real estate,
I
I'm
do it.
doing real estate. It's not that many blacks, so when black people come through, I be like, shit, come on, man, I'm gonna hook you up,
You get
bro. Come
excited?
on, yeah, like shit, even when I was selling my insurance, when people call me, they'd be black. I'd be like, man, I'm gonna hook you up, bro. Because it was rare that black people into this shit. So when they are into it, shit, let me show you. It's like you want to show off a little bit. That's how I did it. It's like I just want to show off, so I'll give them up.
I
I ain't
did
gonna
get
lie.
happy and excited to see people do good, but I like in general I get excited for people to do good, but yeah, when you see
Yeah.
people come up who aren't really supposed to come up, right? Like
hmm
they aren't meant to or whatever, right? Because they're being suppressed. It feels
hmm
good to see people come up and do
It's
good. And
like
that's how we all should be.
I got one of my best friends. He a white dude, right? He was up in the trailer park. His mom died. We did a fundraiser. He ended up marrying his high school sweetheart. They both grew up like low income families and shit. Man, they down in Louisiana kicking ass right now. He went to the military. He became a real estate agent. He one of the baddest real estate agents in Louisiana. I love to see that, like go on Facebook and see they come up for shit. When they come up here, they come visit me. Kids calling me Uncle D. I love that shit, man. It's like my little nephew, he be like, I got a black uncle. He cool. Man, Uncle D, man. He be cracking me up. His little videos and shit. Like, oh damn. But I mean, I love that shit, man. That's what life is, man. That's what fucking life is. That's how it's supposed to be
Oh yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and log off. So I appreciate you
What?
letting me on. Yeah, man. It's
Missy Mod, it's your fault, see?
Missing Mod,
Mhm.
it's your fault. I was gonna be on here if you joined. I text you and told you to join, but you didn't. But it's 2
It is
a.m.
what it is.
It's 2 a.m. and I gotta get up at 3:30. So
Oh
uh,
damn.
yeah.
Well, thanks for coming up.
So I
Appreciate you,
appreciate
bro.
Try to get some rest.
I appreciate you for letting me on. So I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna try to stop by a little
Take
bit
it
more.
easy. Good,
But
good.
anytime, bro. Shit, you more than welcome to hit the link anytime. I gotta give him his rent. I don't know. It'd be taking rentals and shit.
Yeah, no,
I just gotta give.
I deleted my old account because I was just done
Oh, okay.
and I just kind of left it. and then I made a new one just to kind of peek in here and there. So that's what I do now. So, but that's my account now. So, you know,
All right, for sure. I got you, bro.
yeah, I peek in every now and then. I'll join when I can, but yeah, I got to get up here in what time? An hour and a half.
Soon.
I got a 16-hour day ahead of me, so I will let y'all go. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. The one and only Bond, folks.
It's Bond. You know, the other thing too is like when people, non-Latino people see maybe successful Latino people that have money, you know what they say a lot of times? Not everybody, but I've heard it, where they think, oh, they're doing something unscrupulous. They're like part of the cartel, or
Mm.
they're getting their money illegally. They always think, not everybody, obviously, but I've heard enough people say it. It's like, what,
And
people
and and
can't be
that's
doctors, people can't own businesses, people can't. Yeah.
and that's what happened in the Latino community. That's crazy. And see, without really listening to other people, because you know what a black person, I ain't gonna say, you know, what a black person can say, or what I probably heard, like, well, you know, black people do that too. That just shows that's that comparison shit again. You talk about. You see what I'm saying? Instead of saying,
Like
"Oh, damn,
what?
that's common. We have something in common," because you know
Mm.
that shit happened on the black side too. Instead of saying it like that, they compare it. Well, shit, black
Yeah, it
people do
definitely
it too.
happens.
Every
Yeah,
time black people have some money or something, they think they doing something unscrupulous too.
it's
So
true.
you
It's
know
true.
that it. But I'm saying it's just the way you go about it. Though. Like when I hear that, I'm like, damn, that's something common. That's how I'm thinking. Like that's common. I'm not thinking like, oh, that happened too. Because to say that happened too, I'm actually comparing my experience to yours versus understanding we have commonality within the experience. Because by me
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, black people do that too," I just erase everything you just fucking said. I just erase
But
that
it's
shit
not
by
even a
saying black people do it
comparison,
too.
but it's in other cultures too. Obviously, it's not the same, but
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's some people that, yeah, if they see a successful black family in the suburbs or have a nice house, they're like, well, how? Like, what do you mean how?
Mhm.
What, black people can't be doctors, attorneys, they can't have professions and businesses and make money?
That's
Yeah,
why,
it's
like,
weird to some people.
that's like my mother-in-law. She loved my family. She loved my mama. She used to always praise my mama. Like she thought it was amazing how my mom had 4 kids and still maintained to get like her education. She still got her college degree, and then she seen my sister. Right, she seen my sister go to the University of Michigan, have babies, and get her doctorate degree. And she was like, she's just like your mom. Like, that is so amazing. You know, most people have a baby
Yeah.
and won't even finish high school. And she was just so fascinated about how driven we were. Because, and she told me, and she was like, you know, I'm not racist. She said, but, you know, when it came here, they came and lived in Detroit. So she was used to being around like blue collar people, like black people. And then she said it changed. It fucked me up because it's like hearing the same story from different perspectives, right? Especially because a lot of stuff that happened in Detroit in the '80s with the riots and all that. And like she's seen her neighborhood. She said everybody used to work at the plant. She said they had black doctors. There was 2 doctors that lived on their block that was black. And they used to go to the clinic down the street. Like one of the doctors had a community clinic, and that's where they used to go. So she had a black doctor, and she said when the drugs came in, she said it messed everything up. She said people wasn't working no more. People like this is how she's perceiving it, right? And she was saying like so she basically seen like the crack era happen.
She saw the
And to hear it
transition
from a
or whatever.
foreign perspective is kind of unique because she seemed like
She's
she
like really
said
old.
like yeah, yeah, she was in the 70s. She said In her neighborhood, it was just Middle Easterns and black and a couple Asian. But she said when white people came in, that's when everything messed up. And I'm like, what? And then it's this Italian lady. I was selling her house out in the suburb, and she told me she'd been in this house since the riot. Like she used to live in Detroit, and when the riots happened, she moved to this house, and she said it was her father. Their house was above their store, and she was like downtown Detroit. And she said her father ran upstairs and grabbed them. Her and her sister grabbed them and was running them out the back, and they just seen like white people tearing their store up and lighting it on fire. But when you watch the news, they were saying all this like black people destroyed all this stuff. And she was like, no, it was white. She was mad. She was like, no, it was white people. They wanted to take my father's store and they burnt it down. This old lady telling me this. And I'm like, damn. Like, so a lot of times, like when we see history or we read it from a book, that should be different from a personal experience. What people experience the thing is still written from a perspective, but that's only one perspective. It's like
Yeah, and what
hearing this
happens when
shit.
they're gone?
Yeah. Or what happens when another person's perspective is not documented?
Yeah, when they're gone and it's not documented and no one ever hears that side. They just
Mhm.
hear whatever's in the history book.
Yeah, so I thought that was unique. But that's why I be telling people about experience and shit. Like that's why I don't do that stereotype shit. You know, like I might fit some stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't put jackets on people that they can't fit, bro. So there's one thing of looking at a stereotype and someone is planning to it, but it's another thing to associate it and you have no evidence. You know,
You there?
yeah, I'm still here. Did Gary go to sleep? Yeah, I'm gonna get my butt off here. It's 3:11.
Good night, 9.
It's the witching hour. It's 3:11.
Gary went to sleep a long time ago.
Yeah, he'll be woke in like 3 hours looking for right. Yeah, but we gonna be on Petty Visit. I might start it over here, and then when I get into the video, just clip it from over here and stay over there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
the
I'm
clip
going.
of Candace somebody's probably replaying it somewhere. Whoever clipped it,
Yeah,
if she
somebody
did
got it
take it out,
somewhere.
somebody got it because over 100,000 people were in that chat.
Yeah, somebody definitely was recording that shit that she was speaking.
I think it was 1 million views. Like
Oh
right when
damn.
it because it was like an hour later. I think I went back to see if it was still there, and then it was like 1 million views. I don't know what it's at right now, but yeah, somebody clipped that.
3.8 million.
3.8. See, it was at 1 million like right after.
You say 1 hour and 9 minutes. So yeah, she definitely edited it.
I'm gonna go back and look, but maybe that's something you can play on Petty Vision or
Yeah,
not,
I ain't
or
fucking with
not.
Nick now.
I'm not looking for stuff. It's just stuff comes out on the feed, and then I saw that she went live, and I was like, oh, let me see what she's got to say. Me and 3 million people.
My daughter's not about to let my wife sleep. I hear her like,
Good
Ma.
night, 9. All right, I'll let you go. Good night, chat.
Let me get my behind off there. But I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Hey, man, y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. These be the conversations of our nation. If we say anything that resonated with you in these videos, do me a favor. Hit that share button. Tell somebody. Help me spread the word. But that's all I got. So until next time, we out.
And do it for the 9.
What up, 9?
Acknowledge me!